Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Brain, the place where you can relax, listen, and grow your English step by step.
Hi, friends. Thank you for being here. Today, we're going to fix some very common English problems that many learners make every day.
Maybe this sounds familiar. You speak English, but later you think, I think that sentence was wrong.
Or you feel shy because you don't know if your sentence is natural or a little strange.
In this lesson, we'll look at some of those common mistakes.
And we'll give you simple, clear versions you can use instead, so you sound more natural and more confident.
In a minute, we'll share a simple way to think about mistakes that can change how you feel about English.
So stay with us to the end and imagine your future English self speaking more calmly and clearly.
Let's start with a very small but very common problem.
Yes. Mistake number 1 is forgetting the verb be in simple sentences.
Many learners say things like, I happy, she tired, they late.
People understand you, but it does not sound complete.
The basic pattern in English is subject plus am, is, are plus adjective.
I am happy. She is tired. They are late.
Let's give a few more examples.
I am hungry.
You are kind.
He is busy today.
We are ready.
Dear listener, here is your first micro-challenge.
Think about how you feel right now.
Now you try. Say one sentence, I am, and add a feeling.
For example, I am relaxed, or I am a little tired, or I am curious.
Good. Just saying one correct, simple sentence helps your English brain.
And remember, short sentences are okay. You don't need long, complicated grammar to communicate.
Let's go to mistake number 2, forgetting the S with he, she, and it in the present.
Many learners say, she work in a bank, or he live in Canada.
The rule is, in the present simple, with he, she, and it, the verb usually takes S.
She works in a bank. He lives in Canada. It rains a lot here.
Let's practice a few more.
She speaks English.
He plays football on Sunday.
It looks easy, but it is not always easy to remember in real life.
Dear listener, second micro-challenge.
Think about one person you know well, maybe your mother, father, friend, or teacher.
Now say one sentence about them with he or she and remember the S.
For example, she cooks every day, or he drives to work.
You can even pause the video and say 2 or 3 sentences. These small speaking moments help you build a strong habit.
Mistake number 5 is about liking things.
Many learners say, I very like this, or I very love this movie.
In English, we don't put very directly before like or love like that. 2 easy options are I really like this or I like this very much.
So instead of I very like English, you can say I really like English.
Instead of I very love this song, say I really love this song.
Let's give a few examples.
I really like this podcast.
I really love learning new words.
I like my city very much.
Dear listener, one more challenge.
Think about something you enjoy. It can be food, music, a person, or a place.
Now say one sentence, I really like, and add your idea.
Then say one more sentence, I really love, and add something important to you.
These short sentences are like small votes for your new English identity.
Every time you say them, you show your brain, I am a person who uses English.
Mistake number 4 is about prepositions with places.
Small words like in, on, and at can be confusing.
A very common mistake is I am in home or I am in work.
In natural English, we say at home and at work.
So, I am at home now. She is at work today.
But you can say in the house or in the office.
Another common mistake is I go in the cinema.
The natural phrase is go to the cinema or go to the movies.
So we usually say go to a place.
Go to school, go to work, go to the supermarket, go to bed.
Let's give a mini story to make this clear.
On Monday, I am at work in the morning. In the afternoon, I go to the supermarket. In the evening, I am at home.
Short, simple, but it uses at work, go to the supermarket, and at home correctly.
You can make your own story later with your day.
Now, mistake number 5 is about questions in the present.
Many learners say where you live, what you do, why you study English.
In English, many questions need a helper, do or does.
The pattern is question word plus do or does plus subject plus verb.
Where do you live?
What do you do?
Why do you study English?
For he, she, and it, we use does.
Where does she work? What does he want?
Dear listener, think about this question. Why do you want to improve your English?
You can answer with a simple sentence. I want to improve my English because, and add your reason.
Maybe because I want a better job, or because I want to travel, or because I want to feel more confident.
When you say your reason out loud, you give energy to your future English self.
Now let's have a very short mindset talk.
Many learners feel nervous or embarrassed when they see these mistakes.
They think, oh no, I say everything wrong.
But that is not true. You say many things right, and mistakes are normal.
Every person who speaks English, even native speakers, makes mistakes sometimes.
The difference is that confident speakers do not stop. They keep going.
Think about a baby learning to walk.
The baby falls many times, but nobody says you are bad at walking.
They say, great, you tried. Stand up again.
It is the same with your English.
Your mistakes are not a sign that you are bad.
They are a sign that you are moving, not standing still.
Your future English self is not perfect but is brave.
That future you is calmer, speaks more, and feels less afraid.
And that future you is built by small daily steps.
A short lesson, a few sentences spoken out loud, one little correction each day.
Now, let's give you a simple mini routine you can follow after this lesson.
A routine that helps you stop these common mistakes over time.
Step 1. Listen to a little English every day.
It can be this video, another The English Brain episode, or any clear English you like.
Step 2. Speak for 2 to 3 minutes about your day.
You can say simple sentences. I am, I like, I work, I live, and so on.
Step 3. Choose one sentence and check it.
Ask yourself, do I need am, is, or are here? Do I need an S? Do I need do or does?
Fix one mistake. Just one.
Tomorrow, do the same. One more little correction.
These tiny corrections are powerful.
They are like small stones building a strong house in your mind.
Finally, step 4. Be kind to yourself.
Instead of saying, my English is terrible, try, my English is growing step by step.
This sentence is also English practice.
You are practicing language and practicing a better attitude at the same time.
Now, our question of the day.
What is one common mistake you make in English, and what is your new correct sentence?
In the comments, write 2 lines.
Line 1, your old sentence, the one you used before.
Line 2, your new sentence, the correct version you want to use now.
For example, I very like English to I really like English.
Or where you live to where do you live.
When you write this, you are training your future English self.
If this lesson helped you, please subscribe to the English Brain and give this video a like.
It tells the platform this is helpful for English learners, and it helps more people find it.
Share this lesson with a friend who is learning English.
Maybe you can check each other's sentences and grow together.
Thank you so much for learning with us today.
Remember, you do not need perfect English. You need consistent English.
One small step every day.
And your future English self will be very happy with you.